Hey everybody, welcome back to Jordan Samuel Skin Talks. It's June. It was June obviously in the last video I did, which was Pride, but it was really June then. Why am I saying it's really June now? It's actually really June now because it is actually June when I'm filming this, which again is rare because usually I film about a month before. You do not care, I'm just telling you. Again, as per usual, I have great videos lined up about new and improved things coming down the pipeline for us, but I don't want to put them up until we actually have them ready to go. Yes, we hope to have information soon about the new and improved things and the out-of-stock items, and we're trying to get them back as soon as possible without compromising anything, which of course we are not. But the After Show Treatment Cleanser 3 ounce is back. And I don't have a martini today because again, it's early in the afternoon and it's really, really hot in Seattle, which is lovely, but it is summer basically. I know it's not, we don't need a correction. I know when summer is. It's June, as far as I'm concerned, it's summer. Am I an influencer yet? Iced coffee. Anyway, okay, today I wanted to do, because there's a lot of questions I get a lot of the time, and they're all the same. That could have been worded way better. I get a lot of repeat questions, and so I sort of wanted to address the most commonly asked questions. So let's jump right in. Number one is the retinol acid situation. Mainly, I can't wear retinol during the day. That to me is a big myth because if you are wearing it at night, the skin cell is still turning over, you're still doing everything you are with, vitamin A and retinol. Meaning that in the morning, you would have to protect your skin from the sun. If you're wearing your vitamin A products during the day, just protect your skin from the sun. The same thing is going to be happening, so there's not a reason to. Now listen, you don't have to be doing that. And if you're only using it once a day, yeah, general rule of thumb, use it at night. If it's a gentler retinol and you feel that you can or you want to use it twice a day, by all means, just be really, really good about sun protection, because that is what will bite you in that, is if you're doing something like a retinol or an acid and not protecting your skin from the sun, then you're opening yourself up to more irritation, inflammation, pigmentation, and all those issues which are not fun to deal with. So, but that's a big myth. So many times people want, like they're hell-bent on they can just use it at night. No, you can use it in the day, you just have to be diligent, as you should be anyway, with your SPF and using those ingredients. Same would go for acids. Again, however, there's no need to be doing all of this. Some people like maybe an acid in the day and a retinol in the PM. Some people like keeping all of it in the PM and just switching up an acid and a retinol, every other day, and alternating, etc., etc. But just wanted to sort of nip that one. Two, a lot of people ask what is the amount of SPF they should be using. I'm going to say almost 100% of you should be using more, including myself. I know there's exact measurements. I don't know anybody who's going to sit there with a shot glass or a quarter of a teaspoon, and if you are, good for you. I'm not going to do that. General rule of thumb I do 2 of these fingers full of product, and that does face, ears, and neck and back of neck for me. I do more for obviously my scalp. And good, covering from the base to the tip, the base to the tip. So that's, all in all, that's a good amount of product. And yeah, it takes a while to absorb in and takes a while to look semi-normal, but you're at least getting more protection then. A lot of people, something is better than nothing. So there is that. But if you really want that security blanket of knowing you're getting your SPF 50 or knowing you're getting your SPF 30, you need to be wearing more sunscreen and reapplying if possible. Again, you don't have to make yourself crazy about it. I don't. I am surrounded by windows, but if I'm working indoors all day, I do one application, and then if I'm not sweating, I don't really reapply. If I was going out for an extended period of time, I would. This is a personal choice. That does not mean that it's right or wrong. It's just my choice and what I want to do, and you should be doing the same. And, but using more SPF, please, just use more SPF. And so that's where it really gets tricky about finding one that you love using. And for me, my skin can react to chemical SPFs from time to time, but I found a few that work better for me right now, chemical SPFs. And for me, it's almost a must because of my scruff and my beard. And even getting up into the scalp area. Zinc oxide is one of my favorite ingredients, but you know, I can really only use it in super nano size, which I don't really want to do, and even then it's still not a perfect situation, or a tinted formula, which I also love, but I also sweat a lot, and I also like to wear my linens and my white, and all of a sudden, not that cute, okay? 3, do you need to double cleanse at night? Do you need to wash your face in the morning? So let's start at night. Do you need to double cleanse at night? No, not always. A lot of people have become hell-bent on the double cleanse no matter what. That, I don't subscribe to that. I double cleanse a lot, especially probably more in the summer because I'm wearing layers and layers and layers of SPF. I don't wear makeup. If I was wearing makeup or a full face of makeup, yeah, I would probably be double cleansing. So yes, chances are there's more times than not that you're going to be double cleansing, but no, you don't always need to be double cleansing. If for some reason it's the, you know, winter, you didn't go outside, you didn't see any sunlight, you happen to not wear SPF, you don't have makeup on, you're not going to need to do a double cleanse at night. 2, even just one application, light application of SPF, you happen to be sweating a little bit during the day, touching your face, you know, what you just really want to do at night then is use a good cleanser, a good amount of that cleanser, get every nook and cranny, get up to the hairline, get by the ears, you know, make sure you're getting everywhere. So you're using enough product and you are cleansing all of that off. And then you're using something like our skincare cloths to help remove all of that. Outside of that, yeah, you might want to double cleanse. But again, it's not a yes or no thing. It's dependent upon how your day has unfolded and what you have on your skin. In the morning, again, to me, it's not as simple as do or don't. More than not, I am cleansing my skin in the morning. However, there are times where I wake up and I'm extremely dry and extremely dehydrated from maybe something I did the night before, maybe I've over-exfoliated, maybe I've over-cleansed, maybe my barrier is a little bit shot, and I will do water and like a Jordan Samuel skincare cloth. So I'm not doing nothing, but I'm not using a true cleanser. Or if I want, I'll go in with like the after show treatment cleanser for sensitive skin. So something really gentle that's not gonna strip, that's not gonna dehydrate. But it doesn't have to be, again, either or. It can be situational, which it is for me. If you are a true, like, lipid dry, dehydrated skin type, and the barrier and the sensitivities are there, you might not want to cleanse in the morning. You might want to use water and you might want to use a microfiber cloth. Yes, there are 2 different philosophies on this. You have many people who are hell-bent on like, you do not need to cleanse in the morning, and people who are like, you do need to cleanse in the morning. Again, make it situational for you. There's gonna be people, if you're a true oily skin, yeah, you're probably gonna wanna cleanse in the morning. If you've done a lot of layers and a lot of products the night before, maybe you sweat in your sleep, you're gonna want to cleanse the skin. Again, not cleansing is simply just not using a cleanser. You're still using water, you're still using maybe a washcloth or like our microfiber cloths, which is still gonna attract dirt, oil, and grime off the face. A lot of people say, and I don't disagree, that a clean slate is going to be better for your actives if you're using actives, or it's going to be better in application for your SPF. So something to take in, food for thought, but sometimes I want to give my skin a rest, and even though I understand those things, I don't really use actives in the day, and the SPF is still going to be on your, you know what I mean? It's like, it's still going to be protecting you, even if you're not clean, it's fine. Or even if you haven't used a cleanser, I should say. But yeah, I'll go in with a warm, wet washcloth. Not often, but just something to think about. I'm trying to think what else. Oh, shower, cleansing in the shower, cleansing in the sink. I get that one a lot. The main reason that we talk about not cleansing in the shower is people, for the most part, take way too hot of a shower and then they don't turn it down when they're putting their face into the stream of water. So if you are somebody for some reason who really would prefer to cleanse in the shower, all you have to do is you can turn the water temperature down a bit, step out of the water, put your cleanser on, cleanse your face. You can even just take your hands under, you know, and splash that way. But just make sure you're turning the temperature of the water down. And also, if the pressure of the water happens to be really heavy, do that trick with splashing in the shower instead of it pummeling your face. Otherwise, cleanse at the sink. But, you know, that's the main reason why we say to cleanse at the sink. But I understand that it sometimes can be very convenient to get your skincare done and to be even a little bit more indulgent / messy you know, if you want to go in like the Neutrogena commercials with the splashing of the water, which I like to, and I do that many times actually. But yeah, you just want to make sure the water is turned down, because I've had times where I've not, and I'm red. I'm sensitive to begin with, but I'm red and irritated and blotchy. So again, food for thought on that one. But I think that's it in terms of my main commonly asked questions. Something else which isn't really a commonly asked question, but I would love to talk about and point out, is people's newfound confidence in their reacting to an ingredient. So one thing is, yes, you can react to anything. I'll have people say, I'm getting this reaction, what am I reacting to? And I'm like, anything. It could be an oil, it could be a silicone, it could be a fragrance, it could be an essential oil, it could be an acid, it could be a retinol, it could be the percentage, it could be the formula, it could be an emulsifier, it could be an extract, it could be aloe, it could, you know, the list goes on and on and on. But I'll see people say something like, I bet it's the marula oil. And the thing is, I understand, and I'm a big proponent of paying attention to what you're using. So if there's a string or a common ingredient and you've used it either, you know, at 100% ratio in like a facial oil of like, say for instance, marula oil just by itself, and then you've used other products with marula oil in it, you've had a similar reaction. It could be, but again, you don't know the formula. So it could be X percent or Y percent in the formula. And if it's, you know, a very, very, very small percentage, you could be thinking it's that and it's something totally different, and then you're not really getting to the bottom of your equation. So just know that skin can react to anything. That is why I really, really encourage you not to use 10 new products at once. You have a great set routine, you add one new thing in, and you add it in for a few weeks to really see how your skin's reacting. I see people right off the bat, 2 products right away, they just got them in the mail. I understand the excitement, but then you have no idea. I can't help you with what you're reacting to, and you can't help yourself with what you're reacting to, because then you have to heal the reaction. You can't just go back in the next day. You have to heal the reaction, which could take weeks depending on what it is, and then you would have to reintroduce the products to see which one is doing it. So it might seem like fun, and you know, you're excited and impatient and you want to dive right in and you think it's the holy grail. I promise you it's not going to be. Slow and steady will always win the race. Whether it's introducing new products, whether it's wearing acids or retinols, slow and steady will always win the race. So on that note, I hope you guys are having a wonderful June, and until next time, bye.